host Nick Stewart, and my co-host today is KB. How you doing today, KB?
Hey, everything has been good. I'm ready to get into this podcast today and looking forward to some wrestling talk, or as we like to say, some wrestling talk.
That's right, you gotta stress the R.
Yeah.
For wrestling.
We in the deep south, baby. Wrestling.
Right.
It's not wrestling, it's wrestling.
Yes, we got a good show for y'all today. We're going to be reviewing a little AEW and some WWE. And then we're going to give our Elimination Chamber predictions. And stay to the end. We got a good fun one at the end. All I can say is music entrance.
There you go. Well, let's dive into it, Nick. Let's start off with a little bit of AEW, which I love, man. And they were put on a great show. I mean, here lately, AEW has really stepped up their game. I don't know if they got better writers. I don't know, if they got better storytellers in there. I just don't know. But whatever they're doing, they need to keep on that train because it is the money train, and I'm riding it. AEW is definitely, going up. In my book, it's been, way down, but now they're coming back up. So, with AEW in Australia, I thought it was great matches. The one thing that I will say about AEW versus WWE, even though this wasn't quote unquote a live show, I mean a pay-per-view, this was more of like a house show. But the title did change hands, and with WWE, the Saturday Night Live events that they have, they're not letting any titles change hands. I don't care if it's the Intercontinental, the Women's, Intercontinental, the U.S. Women's, the U.S. Men's, whatever. Some kind of title needs to change hands. Not often, but when you have a powerful card like that, you need to change it. So we saw, Timeless Toni Storm. She won the belt, so against Mariah May. So I'm loving it, man. The one thing that I was kind of disappointed in, and I know she's working hard, but I was hoping Harley would actually beat Mercedes Moné. But it didn't happen, but it was a great match. Again, she's funny. The crowd loves her. She was in her hometown, so I kind of figured she'd win since she was in her hometown. But again, it makes sense. Tony's from there too, so not to let both women win. So overall, AEW's doing a great job. I love what, Kenny Omega being back. I love what he's doing. He just puts on a show, man. Him and Will Ospreay together, that was a great match, so I'm looking forward to what hopefully everything at Revolution will be revealed with the Death Riders. I'm kind of hoping that story's got to develop at this point. Adam Copeland, put on a great show, him and FTR, even though they didn't win it. It's set up for Revolution, Adam Copeland versus, John Moxley. And I could possibly see, John Moxley losing the belt. And then Christian cashing in.
That's what I was hoping for.
Yeah, so dun, dun, dun. drama. They're building it, and I like it. I like where they're headed. I like where they're going. And Moxley doesn't have to have the belt to be relevant. And I think that's why AEW, is really kind of upticking. They're selling the stories better. It's just great all around. Great entertainment. So kudos to AEW.
Yes, I agree. It's getting better. I'm not all the way there yet with them, but I'm getting there. So that's the main thing. It's only going to take one or two storylines to get me where I'm invested in it.
Yeah, and you got several rumors. Baron Corbin. He'll probably show up. Usually at a big pay-per-view, Tony usually pulls two to three guys. Or 2-3 surprises per pay-per-view. Somebody will show up. So I'm curious to see who's going to show up at Revolution, but I think it'll be whoever it is. It'll be good. And man, MJF, that match was good last week. Him and Dustin put on a great show, and I love it, man. I love what they're doing. Again, great storytelling. I love where they're headed. So AEW is definitely on the rise. Again, they're not. What I hope they don't try to concentrate on, let's try to be like WWE. You're not WWE. You're AEW. Be AEW and be the best you can. even though the wrestlers, they're letting some of those wrestlers contracts like Rusev and Ray Phoenix Jr. and Ricky Starks, all these people that they're kind of letting them go. Malachi Black is another one, so I think Nick's kind of starting to learn, hey, I just need to stick with what I got and who I got and just move on.
Yeah, and the guys that you have, do something with them.
Yes.
Because Malachi Black, they did not utilize him like they should have.
Nah, he should have been champion a long time ago, in my opinion.
And Miro, when was the last time he was on AEW?
Yeah, he ain't crushed nobody in a while.
No. So, I mean, don't try to sign every single person like he was trying to do 3 years ago. Just, concentrate on the guys you have and make them good, make them better.
Well, know your brand. That's the whole key. Know what your strengths are and your weaknesses are, and concentrate on your strengths rather than your weakness. I mean, if you want to sign some ex-WWE guys, I don't have a problem with it, but utilize them to the max. Right. Utilize them to the max.
Get your money's worth out.
Yeah, I mean,
you're paying them good money. You might as well make money with them. I mean, that's what they're hired on for.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, that's all I got on AEW. I'm looking forward to, again, seeing what they're going to put together this Wednesday. They'll be leading up to Revolution, just like WWE's leading up to WrestleMania. So, good things are on the horizon for sure.
All right. Before we go to SmackDown and Raw, I want everybody to hit that like button and that subscription button and hit that notification bell. That would really help our channel out. Just also leave some comments. Tell us something you wouldn't mind hearing about. Give us some feedback, and we'll do our best to put it on the show.
Yeah, good, bad, or ugly. We want to hear about it, man. So drop it in the comment section. If you tell us we suck, I'm here for it. I'm like Kurt Angle, baby. You suck. So, hey.
Yeah, I'll agree with you.
Yeah, we're learning. So I'd rather know, hey, we want to get, be here for our audience. We want to know the comments. So we don't mind a little constructive criticism. That's what it's all about. You put yourself out there on the internet, you're going to get some feedback. You're going to get some pushback. But, hey, we're here to make it better, and we're here to dive into this next segment. Go ahead, Nick.
All right, we got SmackDown from Friday night. It was. Let me ask you something real quick here. Are you digging this 3-hour show, or are you ready for it to go back to the 2-hour show?
I'd personally, on a Friday night, like to see it to go back to a 2-hour show. I think they're dragging things out. My opinion only. Yep. I love it, but I think you can try to cram. You can try to cram some stuff better in a 2-hour show than stretching it out to a 3-hour show in hopes for somebody to get a spotlight. I know they were trying to get more stars up there, but man, make it a 2-hour powerful show and let's go.
It's supposed to be going back 2 hours.
Yeah, they need to. It's dragging too much. It's like, oh.
It's hard to stay. Yes, I'm getting old, but it's hard for me because I have to go to work the next day, and it's hard to stay up till 11 o'clock without falling asleep almost. So I'm ready for it to go back to the 2 hours. It just seemed like you had more action in the 2 hours.
Yeah, and it's not like a WrestleMania. WrestleMania, you're going to stay up regardless. It don't matter what. It's like a good college football game. You're going to stay up for it. You're going to watch it, but when it's kind of like dragging, it's like, oh, who's at the main event? I can just hit the replay, go on to bed, and then I can get up in the morning and finish it up. But to me, go back to the 2-hour show, run, what you can, and then go from there. That's just my opinion.
Yes, I agree with you. All right, the SmackDown Friday night, we had, Naomi beating Chelsea Green to get that last Elimination Chamber, or not the last one, but the 5th one there, to get the Elimination Chamber match, which that's what we figured would happen. Naomi was going to win, which I think there's going to be a storyline with her and Jade Cargill. at that Elimination Chamber, I think.
Yeah, I mean, something's coming down the road. You can see, like, Naomi's worried about, when they talked about the footage and showed it to
Yeah.
her, she was,
Hmm.
she acted like she was kind of scared and nervous, and then she was kind of hyped up that, Raquel,
Right.
and Liv, was there.
The
But
footage wasn't of her doing
yeah, yeah.
it.
So again, who's to say she might have sent the footage?
Right.
So I'm curious. Again, I think that's a great storyline.
Yeah.
Kind of it's almost like, remember the show Dallas back in the day? Who shot Jr.? You're kind of developing that, like who took out Jade, and you got
Right.
all these suspects, and it could be somebody that we least expect. We're thinking that Naomi, but really it could be somebody else, totally somebody different.
I think Naomi and Bailey, both of them had something to do with it.
Yeah. Now if Bailey wants
I
to
don't
turn,
know why. Just I think both of them. I think Bailey's a better heel.
yeah, I
So
mean, if Bailey comes up and says she did it, that would make a lot more sense because again, uh, storyline wise, So,
right.
but yeah, great entertainment. I like the kind of who done it, and you're trying to figure it
Hmm.
out, and every fan. But again, WWE's known for swerving people,
Oh yeah.
so
Yes.
we shall see. We shall see.
And we also have the last match on SmackDown. Braun Strowman, DP, and Jacob Fatu, and Solo coming out trying to help Jacob out and gets Tomatonga. And then Cody comes and takes care of Solo. What did you think about that?
Well, I called it last week, Nick. I said that DP was going to get that spot, and that those guys were going to come. I didn't know Solo would get involved, but man, I figured Damian Priest being a good, sized guy, they're really pushing him again. Him and Drew will be a great. Again, they'll go at it, in the Elimination Chamber. So it just made sense not to put Jacob in there yet. I love what they're doing with Solo and kind of that trust issue.
Hmm.
That's what it's all about. Is they're having trust issues, and I'm here for it, man. I love it. So again, shout out to Damian Priest.
Yep.
He's on fire, and he made it happen. So Braun was not a factor in that
Hmm.
really match. So until the last 5 minutes, and I was like,
Right.
come on now. But I love that Solo showed up and was trying to help, but Jacob didn't take it out. So yeah, great storylines are building there. That was, to me, that was a highlight of SmackDown.
Yes.
The kind of the tension between them backstage, and now they've got even
Hmm.
more tension. So
Yes.
it's gonna be good.
I don't know where this bloodline story's going, but I am liking it, and I think I like it because I don't know where it's going, if that makes any sense. But I'm enjoying. Just can't wait to see how Roman's going to fit in. He's got to fit in somewhere. Um, you know, as Jay and Jimmy, they're on their own. The Honorary Uce, he's on his own now. So we got that new bloodline, and Roman's got to take it over, and Solo's got to acknowledge him here shortly.
Let me tell you my Booker T voice, Nick. What's gonna happen? Solo gonna get kicked out of that thing, and then Roman gonna come back and put the family back together. That's what's gonna happen. Can you dig it, sucker?
I can dig it.
Yeah, so I see Roman, turning back heel, coming back
Yeah.
and putting the family back together. I mean, can you imagine Roman having Solo and Jacob at his disposal? My God, he'd be unstoppable, man. So that'd be unreal. And then The Rock, comes back as the good guy and then challenges, Roman, or Roman challenges him and keeps calling him out. And you're not on my level. I'm here to get your position. The high priest. It's gonna happen,
High
Nick.
Chief.
High
Yes, the
Chief,
High
that's right.
Chief.
Yeah, High Chief, that's right.
All right, let's talk a little Raw. Which Raw was just good. It wasn't great. But the highlight was Sammy and Adam Pearce and setting up the Elimination Chamber match with KO, unsanctioned match. So you can do whatever you want to each other. Just do it.
Well, I mean, that was definitely the highlight to me. Overall, the grade for SmackDown, Raw was a B minus. It was, it wasn't average. It was a little bit above average, but the highlight was definitely, Sammy coming out there, doing his thing. I thought that Jay and Gunther, was another, highlight as well. Kind of building that up. But overall, that Sammy and KO. It's going to be like JR used to say. It's going to be a slobber knocker. So we're gonna see a fight, man. And who comes out on top? I think KO comes out on top. I think KO. Kevin knows best, man. KO is coming out on top. He's gonna tear Sammy up, man. Sammy's already injured, so I'm telling you, KO just keeps climbing the ladder, and he makes a point.
Nah, I disagree with you on that. I don't think anybody's going to win that match. I think they're going to take both of them out on stretchers because they done beat the heck out of each other, and they'll have a WrestleMania match.
Yeah, that'd be great as well. I mean,
like a last man standing or something like that type match.
Well, I'm here for it either way because I'm telling you, it's going to be a fight night. It's going to be a slobber knocker.
Oh, those two are going to put on a heck of a show. They had never disappointed me.
Let me tell you, they're going to beat the brakes off of each other, brother. That's what they're going to do.
That's right.
They're gonna put on a show. I think, Nick, I'll go even to say this: they might even steal the show.
Yes.
The Elimination Chamber.
Very good chance.
Yeah, the Elimination Chamber may get overshadowed by Sammy and KO.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you.
I agree with you.
Yeah. Yep. So I'm telling you, that's gonna be an A plus, match for sure. KO's gonna do something crazy. Sammy's gonna do something crazy, and I can see what you're saying. Both of them kind of leave there, but with an unsanctioned match, ain't no telling what's gonna happen. And I love what Pierce did, kind of step out of the side. So, but again, I think if anybody's gonna win, I think KO wins. If the scenario you said doesn't work out, I think KO takes the win.
Gotcha. If my scenario doesn't work out, I think Sammy's going over. That's just my opinion. It could go either way, really. All right. Oh, before we go to the next segment, I just want to talk about how Gunther, the ring general, on a microphone is gold.
Yeah.
Is hilarious. Him and that little kid.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, he's helping. A good heel, Nick, always helps, the good guy look even better.
Yes.
And so that's what Gunther, that's his whole ammo, that's his whole job of doing. Go out there and make Jay look even better than what he is right now. That way people will love to hear him yeet more, buy more merchandise. So your job is to make sure that Jay gets over even more at WrestleMania. And that's what he's doing. I mean, he came out in the audience. Come on, how does this work? Yeet. Hilarious. Classic, man.
Yes.
I mean, and just talking smack. And, I mean, really great, things that he's doing. And again, I don't think he needs the gold to be who he is, man. I think that he's relevant regardless if he's got the gold or he doesn't have the gold.
Yes.
I mean, when you've been so when you've been to champ as long as he has, and held the belt, I mean, he beat everybody's record.
Mm-hmm.
He beat some of the best, man. So I don't have a problem with him, losing that belt to Jay. I think what he's doing is his work is unmatched, and so it's good, man. It's good stuff.
Yes, it is. All right, we're going to go to Elimination Chamber predictions. But how we're going to do it, I want to name the name off, and you're going to tell me if they have a good chance, average chance, or no chance
All right.
of winning.
Let's go.
Right.
I like it.
All right, I want to start with Roxanne Perez.
Good chance.
She has a good chance of winning.
Yep, she has a very good chance, and here's why. She come in from NXT. They're gonna want to push her, as the next star. So she's got a good chance. Not saying she will win, but I think she has a very good chance of walking out of there with the upset.
That's the dumbest thing I ever heard.
Come on, man, you got to get down with it, man. You got to look at what they're doing. They brought her in there for a reason.
No, she's there to get over. She's there. They're going to get her over with the crowd.
Yeah, but I'm saying she does have a good chance.
But she's there to take bumps from the big players, right?
Yeah,
she's not winning.
Well, I didn't say she was winning. I said she had a good chance of winning.
She had a good chance.
She does.
Right. She has no chance. No.
Yes. Yeet.
All right. Let's go to the next one before I come down there and give you a slobber knocker. Alexa Bliss.
Good chance.
Are you just going to say good on all these?
No. I'm going to get to the others that have no chance.
You're going to get to the one that's really going to win it. You're going to like, no chance.
No. I think that, she has a good chance of winning. Who else is going to challenge Rhea Ripley? I think Alexa Bliss would be that person. Not to saying she will, but she does have.
Alexa's one of my favorites, but she doesn't have a chance.
All right.
Liv Morgan,
no chance.
No, they're not.
No chance.
They're not doing.
They're not going to do a Rhea versus Liv.
No.
Again.
Nah. Time.
No chance.
All right, we got Bayley.
Bayley?
Yeah.
High chance. How about that? I can see Bayley. Yeah, I can even see Bayley. The hugger.
This will be time Elimination Chamber's over. It's gonna be heel Bayley doing the knock stuff.
Yeah.
Nah, she's not winning.
All right.
Got Naomi.
No chance.
No chance?
No chance. As Vince would say.
I agree with you. No chance. She's gonna. I think Bayley. No, not Bayley, but Naomi. I think leaving an Elimination Chamber, she's gonna be in a feud with Jade Cargill.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's gonna throw some major. Actually, I think Bayley and Naomi in our next one I'm about to talk about, Bianca, are going to be the final three in the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
And somehow, like on SmackDown the night before or something, some footage of Naomi and Bayley taking out Jay Cargill or something. Something's going to happen where Bianca kind of finds out that they're the ones that did it. And she's going to get teamed up. They're going to team up against her, and I think Bianca's going to win it, though.
You think Bianca's going to win it?
Rhea Ripley versus Bianca at WrestleMania.
Nah,
do you see anybody else on that list that's on Rhea's level?
I'm telling you who's going to win this. It's going to be Alexa Bliss that wins that thing. She's going to have a great chance of doing it. She's going to walk out of there. She came back for a reason and a purpose. They're going to have, not saying she can beat Rhea Ripley, but that's going to be a grudge match. They're both kind of the darkness, and it's going to be, I would like to even see a dark match to where it's like, really like anything and everything goes at that match, to where you're using all kinds of stuff. But I think Alexa Bliss, I'm calling her right now, she wins the Elimination Chamber. It just builds the storyline with Jade and all that.
Hold on. For our 8 subscribers out there, I'm so sorry you gotta listen to this idiotic take on this Elimination Chamber.
That's my take. I'm running with it. You doubted me. You doubted me with DP, and look what happened.
I didn't do anything with DP.
Yeah, you were like, you think DP's gonna win it? I said, yes, I do. Yes. You're like, I don't think so. I think Jacob Fatu. So I'm telling you, I'm calling the dark horse. I'm calling that Alexa Bliss wins, She goes on to challenge Rhea Ripley. I think that'll be a great match. Again, unless they drop the gold here soon, why would you have Bianca going after another piece of the gold unless it's part of the storyline, to where Jade shows back up?
Okay, listen to me out here.
All right, I'm listening.
I done listen to this rant here about Alexa Bliss, which is one of my favorites. But Bianca, they got to get her back being a singles. I mean, she's up there with Rhea. She's on that type of level. So they got to get her back up there. And they're going to get Jade Cargill and Naomi feuding against each other. And, Bianca is going to be kind of away from that after, after they figure it all out. That's one way to get Bianca on her own back in singles again and going for gold. And think about if there's, just say, the night after Elimination Chamber. You have Rhea Ripley in the ring waiting for whoever wins that Elimination Chamber match to come out there and confront her. Have Alexa Bliss come out there. She's a foot shorter than Rhea Ripley. How's that look? Both of them are good guys right now. Which Bianca and Rhea will be two baby faces, but Rhea is about the same. They look like they can fight each other.
Yeah, but it's a whole David versus Goliath thing. Look at Bryan Danielson. Back in the day, he was much smaller and he fought bigger guys. So again, it's not about the size; it's more about who can move the needle. I can see more of the Elimination Chamber. Jade showing up. She knows who her accuser is. She knows who did what she did to her. And she could actually show them, and they'd be like, "Oh my goodness, what happened?" And boom, she takes out possibility her attacker, and it could be Bianca.
No, Bianca was in the ring.
Yeah, supposedly.
Fighting.
Yeah. But she could have done that beforehand. You know how to set it up. Come on, follow the clues.
I apologize to our subscribers.
Hey, it makes it for good entertainment. Again,
yes.
Who do you think, put it in the comments, who do you think is going to win the Women's Elimination Chamber? Is Nick right? Am I right? Let us know.
Right.
Or tell us who your dark horse is. Tell us who you think it would be. How about that?
And when it comes out after Elimination Chamber that I'm right, because I'm using common sense here.
I'll let you take a victory lap.
I'm going to let everybody know about it, too.
Yeah, take your victory lap. But if I'm right, I'm taking mine. I'm going to party like it's 1999, and I won't shut up about it.
All right, let's get to the men's Elimination Chambers, because I figure we're probably going to be really arguing about this. All right, I want to start with the names, and we'll do the same thing. I want to start with DP.
Mid.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, he does have a chance to win, but he'll have a good showing.
He's a filler, Yeah. He definitely is. I mean, great show. I love DP. I think what he does is, pure gold. So, I tell you, I wish we could get R-Truth in the Elimination Chamber. That'd be hilarious.
just have him on the show.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I got confused. I'm not supposed to be in here.
Have him go to the women's chamber match.
Yeah.
Like that Rumble a few years ago. All right, we got Seth Rollins.
Again, I love Seth, but he ain't got a chance. No chance. Not with the storyline. I love Seth. No, nothing against him. Like I said, I love him. I think he's a great performer. But again, that's just what he'll be there to do, just to perform. So, right. Seth, I love you, but no chance.
Drew McIntyre.
Nah, no chance.
I'm gonna throw a scenario. I don't think he's gonna win, but I want to throw a scenario out there that might be pretty cool. I want to name the other guys first. Logan Paul. I think he's gonna win. I think he's gonna win. But he's gonna. He's got a lot of good show. And yeah.
Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, He's got a chance. I mean, I can see him and Cody at WrestleMania, along with somebody else possibility. But I think he's got a great chance. I love his in-ring performance. Again, I think it, with him and Damian Priest and I think they'll do it, put on the show. Drew McIntyre will help him put on the show. Seth Rollins will help him put on the show. So, whatever the storyline is, will he win? I highly doubt it. But whoever he's in with Elimination Chamber, they'll probably start a feud there between, those two. Just my guess.
That's what I'm thinking. But I do got another scenario with Logan. I'm going to wait till we get finished here, though. CM Punk.
He's got a great chance. I mean, I like that his chances are high. Again, he could call in the favor and we could watch something happen. So I can't not say that CM Punk's not in it. But there again, I can see that him not having a chance and him getting into either way. And we'll talk about this when you talk about your scenarios. But either way, CM Punk's going to be in Mania, at the main event. So
yeah.
Spoiler alert.
I agree with you. yeah. Spoiler. Then we got John Cena.
He's winning it. There ain't no doubt. Cena's winning it. I just don't see how you not put Cena in it.
That's what I'm leaning to. I'm 99% sure John Cena's winning, and CM Punk's going to call in his favor to make it a three-way with Cody. That's what I think is going to happen. But I'm going to throw two other scenarios out there.
Hold on a second, though. But you got to go with, all right, WrestleMania is in L.A., right? Or no, in Las Vegas, okay? So he's close enough to L.A. with all the movies. This is his last match. I just don't see Cena not winning and being a part of that. Again, remember what he said. He's going to fight his way. He's going to try to get there. At least he's going to wrestle. To me, he will wrestle for the chance to become 17-time world champion. It makes for a great storyline. John Cena will be your winner, and then CM Punk will have to call in that favor.
Yes. I agree with you.
All right, 100%. See, it wasn't that bad. You said it was going to be even worse. We're off on the women's, but we're on with the who's going to win this thing.
I was hoping it was going to be worse, but it's not. But two scenarios. Drew McIntyre wins it because he's been starting something with Cody here lately, and then CM Punk had him call in his favor, have a Cody, Drew McIntyre, and Cody. Did I say Cody? Cody, Drew McIntyre, and CM Punk WrestleMania. I don't think that's going to happen, but that would be entertaining.
All right, I mean, yeah, it definitely could, so then you could pivot to Cena and Logan Paul. That would be a great match at, WrestleMania as well. Yes. So I can see that, working out like you're saying. So there's a couple ways they could go with this, Either way, WrestleMania is definitely going to be, with Cody. Whoever's facing Cody, it won't be a one-on-one. It'll definitely be a three-way match, no matter who wins that Elimination Chamber, whether it be Drew or whether it be John Cena or whether it be Logan Paul. Some favor is going to be called in, to where he's going to be like, I got to be in this
CM Punk's going to be involved in it. If he loses or wins.
All right. So let me throw you another curveball. All right, let's just say that for whatever reason, Seth Rollins wins it. Okay? Just for sake. Just stay with me. All right, so Seth wins it. He walks out as, he's going to face Cody. Well, that's going to piss off, CM Punk. He's definitely going to want to be in there. Then he's going to call in that favor. All right? But then Roman comes back and says, wait a minute. I never got my actually title shot. And they can make that a four-way.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah, so I'm not saying it will happen, but I'm just saying these are scenarios that could be set up, and again, it's all about telling the storylines, what you want to roll out of here. The Elimination Chamber is only to get to where stories are rolling, and then that way you're rolling into, you're rolling into WrestleMania. It is actually the road to WrestleMania. Remember that, and that's what they're moving along. They're moving along storylines, so everything's trying to move in that direction. So I'm even though that SmackDown and Raw was kind of down this past Friday and this month Monday, I just believe that what they're doing is they're building storylines for Mania. And it takes time to build those storylines up. But then once you get there, you're like, man, this is one of the hottest cards that we've seen, today.
Oh, yeah.
So, again.
And they have extra time this year because Mania is coming in the middle of April instead of the beginning of April. So they're taking their time with it, which they should.
Yeah, so it's close to, it's closer to Easter this year, I think, so you definitely got more time, to build those storylines and to get the right personnel in there because again, you want to put on the best show possible. That's what WrestleMania is. WrestleMania is the Super Bowl for the WWE, and that's what they're doing. They're going to put the best people together, the best matches together, the most things that make sense. Even what I love about them, even last year, Nick, was they knew they messed up with Roman and The Rock. And they had to back up and punt, and they worked their way out of it. So I've got to give them props for saying, shoot, we screwed up here. Let's rewrite it. Let's redo it. Let's fix this. And even The Rock said, we messed things up. We got to make things right.
Right. All right, real quick, my last scenario, Logan wins, and CM Punk calls in his favor. Everything has CM Punk calling in his favor. But Logan wins. Think about the heat that Logan could get being in that match, having Cody and CM Punk, the promos that we would get. That would be fantastic to watch.
No, it would. The Maverick, with that hand, that knockout punch, he would just, again, I'll go back to it. I think we talked about it a couple weeks ago. Those paws, both Jake and Logan know how to sell things. They know they are entertainers. And what does WWE stands for? Entertainment.
Yes.
And you can't have entertainment without Logan Paul. If you're watching that Logan Paul, make sure you put that in trademark, or my lawyers are coming for you, brother.
All right. Let's get to our last segment here. If we were wrestlers, which we had never took a bump in our life other than our daddies whooping us when we were kids, but if we had our own entrance music, what would your entrance music be, KB, if you were a babyface?
Well, if I was a babyface, I can't remember who I sent you. Let me look up real quick because I wrote it down and making sure that I got it right. I think I said, so my baby face would be Winner by Cheeseburger. So if you hadn't heard that, look that up. It's pretty good lyrics, man, and it talks about being a winner. And I'm like, man, this has baby face all over it, and so it's great, as far as a baby face song.
Gotcha. All right, and your heel music would be Thunderstruck.
Oh, yeah, had to be Thunderstruck, man. I mean, you've been hit by a Thunderstruck, so AC/DC, that rocking, I mean, you're coming down,
Gotcha.
and, man, can you imagine being the heel to Thunderstruck? I mean, and you could talk about Here Comes the Thunder, you heard the lightning, and
Right.
Or you saw the lightning, Here Comes the Thunder, however you want to word it, but yeah, I would love to see that, man. Thunderstruck.
Now, a realistic song entrance music for you, what would it be?
All right, I'm going to go old school. When I was growing up, my dad would always let us listen only to oldies or country music. So I'm going to go with Crimson and Clover. It's an old song, oldie song.
That's a good one, though.
Yeah, but can you imagine, like a Bobby Roode or Ric Flair coming out of that song? It starts off like this like build up, like you're having the robe and you're spinning around, but then it kind of speeds up a little bit. So I'm telling you, man, that would be pure gold. and that would be a realistic song that somebody could come out to, and even Charlotte Flair. Can you imagine her coming out to that song?
All right. Now, I sent you my three, but mine's kind of changed. Got thinking about it a little bit more. My babyface song will be from Five Finger Death Punch, Bad Company.
Yeah, I like it.
That would get the crowd hyped up.
Oh yeah.
Then my heel music, I think I will go with Mark Morrison's Return of the Mac, which it could probably go babyface too, but just being if I was a heel, I'd be a real good heel. So just telling people I'm the Mac, and that'd be the way to do it, I think.
Oh yeah.
Then my realistic song, because most likely I would be a fat redneck hillbilly coming out there.
Which they need to have.
Yes. A Country Boy Can't Survive by Hank Williams Jr. Or Sweet Home Alabama.
Yeah. Well, remember Hillbilly Jim? I mean,
Yes.
Again, I love to talk about old school wrestling, but Hillbilly Jim, they need another character like that. They need somebody like a Wildcat Wendell Cooley that came out with If Heaven Ain't a Lot Like Dixie. He came out to that song by Hank Williams Jr., so again,
Yeah.
they need to bring somebody like Go Country Boy. Come out there.
The last Country Boy I remember seeing was old Murdoch, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he was the last one, but they just need a good old country boy to come in there, and I think not like Brock Lesnar country boy.
No.
I'm talking about barefooted, overalls. Call the hogs.
Yeah, you need Texas or South Alabama or Mississippi.
Yeah, you need
country boy to come out there,
Yeah.
not a Minnesota Canadian country boy.
Yeah. We need a straw hat country boy. That's what we need.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
yeah,
Oh,
bring it
all
back.
right. Before we leave here, need y'all to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. And we'll see you next time. Out.